Hey everybody, Mr. V here. I wanted to do a walkthrough of smart music for everybody to help out in case you may have some questions or something difficult. I always think it is easier to do a little help video so you can reference back to this whenever you have any issues. So let's go ahead and get started. What I did, so that way I can see exactly what you see, and so I understand any of the problems you have, I have gone ahead and created a student. I gave Snoop Dogg, my buddy Snoopy V, a smart music for concert band this year and set him all up. So everybody right now in Select Ensemble and concert band has their smart music set up. It was sent to you in an email at the beginning of the year with Dr. Carey, and you set everything up, so you're good to go. I'm going to go ahead now and click Login, and it's going to take me into smart music. So you can see I have my account. There's all my information. We're going to go over. I'm going to click on Smart Music. And we see that I have some assignments that are due. Now, I recently did an assignment that we had. But you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm kind of curious to see what Mr. Carey gave you for sight reading exercises level 1. So since I, Snoopy, started late, I have not done that yet. We're going to take a look at that and probably technical exercises for Concert F. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start. I'm going to select my instrument. Now, I play trombone. That's what I'm going to use today. So I click trombone and hit OK. So you're responsible for choosing the instrument. Now, you can see the rubric points, the assessment grade. When I put an assignment up, what I do is I normally have a little explanation of what it is as well. So I'm going to be doing some sight reading right now. Now, before I even get started, okay, let's take a look at what is actually on this page that we can use. So first, we have the volume controls for my part, so I'll be able to listen to my part, or I can click this so I don't hear my part, or so I do hear my part, sorry. Right there, I have it on X, so I don't hear my part. I'm going to click it so I can hear my part. Over here, we have the metronome. You can hear it or you can't. You want to hear the metronome, okay? And I like hearing subdivisions, so you can click that on to hear the subdivisions. Next, let's go ahead over here. This little clock, and as you can see as I hold over, it's our count off. I want to go ahead and have 8 beats of count off, we'll say. Okay, give me plenty of time to click that button and get ready to play. Over here we have our metronome, so you have your tempo that's set. We'll keep that at 72 for this, but you can always speed up or slow down what you are doing. The point of smart music is to get to practice in a way that makes you better, not so that way you just practice something 15 times and maybe play it right only a couple. If you need to slow things down. Now, let's go up to our little menu up here. We can go to Assessment, okay, Loop, Display, all kinds of things. So we'll start back at Tracks, okay, that was where we were. My Takes. After you record one, it'll pop up here. You can have as many takes as you want, and you can actually come back and listen to them and see them after. Assessment. You'll see the instructions, you know, from what Mr. V puts up for you. Loop. You have the option of setting this on a loop so it automatically plays again, so you can do the same exercise over and over again without having to hit play. I wouldn't use it. I just wouldn't use it. Display. Okay, you can highlight the measure, which is what we see in blue there. You can have the beat cursor, which is the thing that we have which shows you the beats. You can have a flow cursor, which means it just moves gradually. You can have a note cursor, which follows the actual notes. You can have no cursor. I'm going to keep the beat cursor, but you might want to try different things. And then last but not least, something that's important, you have zoom. Okay? You can go ahead and zoom in, zoom out, whatever you think you need to be able to see your music on your computer. At this point, okay, I can go ahead and listen to this played by itself. I can just play it to practice it with it, or I can record. Your take will not qualify for submission. Your current My Part track is active and should be inactive. So, what is that telling us? I shouldn't have it set for me to hear. So I'm going to click Reset to Assign Settings. I'm going to test my microphone right now. So Smart Music checked my microphone. It is good. I have headphones plugged in. I'm going to hit Start, and it's going to count off for me, and I'm going to play. now. Mr. V had a lot of spit in his trombone, and I'm playing facing down to the floor, so it wasn't the best tone quality. The microphone's too close. There's about 1,000 things going wrong, but that's not the important part. The important part is I now have that recording that I can listen to. So let's go ahead and listen back to that recording by hitting the blue arrow with the red dot. Now, as we go, I will listen to every single thing you submit into Smart Music. I will never use Smart Music to grade you because I do not trust Smart Music to actually get everything correct. Now, I am happy with how I performed on that. Well, mostly. So I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. We don't hit Save right now. Save, though, if I do hit it, will download the audio file to my computer, which at some point when we do our benchmarks you might need. But I want to hit Submit. So I now have the chance to comment and say, I'm sorry, I had spit in my trombone, blah, 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 blah. There we go. Sorry, I had spit in my trombone. And submit. It's going to take the audio, upload it, and get it ready to be submitted. Give it a minute, and then it will send to me. It'll say that your submission was successful. Click close, and you have something that is done. Now, another cool thing that you do have on Smart Music, you can click on that little button that I had there, and it'll start a tuner. So you are able to tune with Smart Music. That's going to be important before you go ahead and start any of the exercise that we're doing. Make sure you are in tune, please. So that is our little tutorial on Smart Music. I gave you a little rundown of all the different things that you see on the screen. Hopefully you have a better idea of how to use Smart Music at this point. If you have any questions, remember, you can always email Mr. V. Don't forget you can come back to this video at any time for any help that you may need. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you soon.